Isn't it her?
because that, if you like, is evidence in a world of detection which police are involved in, that can lead you to discovering who is culpable for a subsequent hate crime. So this is a really confused and very fast-moving
No, she's telling this guy.
exacerbated by
Howdy,
global
police.
tensions. We know that the Middle East and the narrative
And social media, I think
Oh,
a lot
there
of
he's
their
no.
attention might be towards things happening on social media.
Oh, here we go now. Pushing the narrative.
Hearty feelings seems to be a phrase that's used quite a lot.
And the risk-averse police service.
If you know who he is,
Shadows sometimes, as well as the courageous
he's,
work
you know.
they do. When you start getting into the policing corridors of power, they're more obsessed with perception than they are doing policing, of which they've done very little.
That's her with a pen. She's just not even no interest in what he's saying. She's looking at him, but no interest.
Well, I think on the one hand, you
Well,
can
now she puts it down.
and I sit on the tube and there's a poster that says no staring or don't stare. And when you look, I have to go right up to the poster and have a look at the small print. And it's
Staring at it.
staring at this poster. If I
She's saying earlier about the crime and it's bullying and it's racist and it's everything. But I'm going to tell you something after this is finished.
to harassment.
Yeah.
Do you see?
Hard
So
to prove,
hard to
which is
prove.
why maybe the police are always tangled up in this, because it's hard to prove
Very
intention.
grey area.
So, but generally, you think these are good. My question to you is, if you are happy with the police investigating many of these instances, is taking the time away from rape cases, which we know the conviction rate is
Shoplifting.
woefully low.
Shoplifting, bog standards.
Yes, who's doing both? Who is doing both of those crimes?
Well, these are difficult and political questions. I don't think that every incident should
Well, my intent, who's doing these crimes? Migrants.
consistent messaging from government. Politicians should then stand back and not wade in. In this report, they are actually critical of the politicians. I think there was one
Bet you when he talks, he just picks up a pen and starts fiddling with it.
that a policeman
Probably make a liar out of me, like, but
pressure on him or told him don't dress to represent somebody.
Obviously do.
And actually, when they
Openly Jewish.
openly Jewish, and when they looked into it, in fact, it was found that the policeman was acting with patience and due respect. But by then, politicians had, gobbed off in the media and ratcheted up the tension. I think a lot of the tension comes from our leaders, and I'm hoping that there's going to be a more reasoned period of calm, so that the police can sit down with the guidelines and work out what threatens.
surprised he didn't mention Mr. T.
And what doesn't.
I want to put. I've just got a message here from Ollie on X. Thank you very much for sending it in. And I want to put this to Peter. Ollie goes on to say, if they fail to investigate something small and that leads to something much more tragic, they will be criticised for not acting earlier, missing the warning signs. It's a thankless task either way.
Just do your job and fucking investigate the crime. It's reported. Simple as that.
Up in red tape and dealing with people saying really horrible things online all the time, and they just do it constantly. But maybe in their investigations they find one person that's has the potential to commit a really hideous crime, and they're just giving out little signals now that means the police can act quicker. Isn't that a good thing?
Well said, Ollie. The word he's referring to, of course, is escalation. And we know with certain types of offending, it is so often an indicator that that person's behaviour might escalate into a very, very serious crime. If we talk about my dog example,
Yes.
which I would have been called to cases like that in the 70s, I'd have had a word with you and said, can you kindly keep your dog from barking all night long, okay? Because that really doesn't help. And generally speaking,
Common sense.
resolved itself. But of course, society has galloped on in the ensuing decades. So now we have people that know all of their rights and none of their responsibilities. Yeah, it might be your right to have a dog, but it's also your responsibility to make sure it doesn't keep the neighbours awake at night. And so much of that has been lost. And in turn, it's made policing more difficult.
No, the whole sense there is what it is.
Largely full of very inexperienced people on the front line, not only inexperienced,
Half of them wants to fucking go to jail, work on there for fucking 8 months to become social workers or probation officers. That's the plan is.
And also, we know
Look, there she goes with pen again, look.
most effective when they're policing their own.
What she says. Just doesn't even take them off.
Nearly the numbers of minority ethnic police force workers, even women in the force, certainly on the streets of London, which is a highly diverse city, other big
Two
diverse.
pen in her
I
hand.
think if you could crank that up, then your policing would be more instinctive and less, oh, I mustn't get this wrong, got to make make sure I'm
No,
right.
you're fundamentally wrong. The Met Police in particular has tried doing that for getting on for 3 decades.
And they failed.
And they failed. But at the end of the day,
We'll see her for the more
it doesn't matter. If you're a police officer wearing a uniform,
Common
your gender,
fucking
your race,
sense.
your sexuality, your faith,
Leave it
none
at the
of
door.
that is relevant. It's not important. What you do is you police without
Oh, she's actually going to put the pen in
you
the
have common sense,
crossing the
and
leg.
the ability to see round the corner to know
But
what's coming.
I think that's naive to suggest
But, always a
that if
but.
you are a female police officer, you don't bring something different to the
I
job.
didn't say
than
that.
But you did, because you said irrespective of gender, of colour, of religion, you just get on and police.
I want to get back to the calls here.
Well, you shouldn't be a policewoman if you can't handle a fucking job. Simple as that.
Do you think we're focusing too much on hate crimes, maybe playground stuff?
Yes, well, thank you for letting me, thank you for inviting me on. Well, I was just saying to your, the person, you know, your person before when I phoned. Yeah, well, you see,
Oh,
I'm
sorry,
a
son.
learning disability myself, but I'm also personal safety trainer to other people with disabilities, some of which are very good friends of mine. In fact, I'm giving a presentation tonight at
We don't care about that, Mugger.
I'm looking forward to doing.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. Thank you.
So
But my point
what's your
is,
view on this? Do you think that we spend too much time focusing on...
Spend too much time talking about shite there now.
but then the thing is, right, okay, I'm just trying to put this in context. If the police, if everybody,
Jesus Christ.
absolutely fine. But if we're going to put the point that police are maybe investigating too many hate crimes, it's going to come across to society. Well, but then if they can't investigate enough of hate crimes,
Mugger.
why you might as well put why are the police investigating too much of other stuff? But the thing
Mugger,
is get the
you're
balance.
talking nonsense, eh?
Police don't want to overuse their resources.
I bet you everybody else watching this shit is going busy bowling and meaty tears.
Balance, and you are right. We don't want to be seen that we almost decriminalise casual racism or bigotry or any anti-Semitism, Islamophobia. So it's very difficult. The police do have to create a balance and walk a fine line between
all
not
hate
dealing with
crimes.
sometimes quite
There's
literally
none mentioning it against white people or nothing like that, or Christians or anything like that.
You know, a firm hand will be
Not one
taken
mention of
if
it.
you are seen to racially aggravate any situation.
Brilliantly highlighted by Duncan. We don't want to give a green light to haters to carry on hating and then to potentially escalate their misbehaviours. I absolutely agree.
You're doing it in the Islamic community.
I think is a thorough overview, rethink from the
Mark
government.
Riley out.
And I'm not a big fan of more laws upon more laws, but here, because
More
the
definitions.
landscape is so confusing, because that police officer on the front line doesn't know what to do.
No, that's Sky now.
Don't know what to do either.
It is.
Otherwise they can give you clear
Signal.
guidance.
It's following the sun, man.
Thank you very much for your
Following the
Lauren
sun.
from Somerset, what's your view on this? Are we focusing too
Oh,
much
so
on
the sun can't go out that way.
Pickle cattle? Is it fair to call it that? It could be very offensive.
I think we should be a bit more selective about who we are actually concentrating on. Because when it comes to the disabled or people with autism,
Yeah, it was boring, but I get there is
very, very rarely do people
I was
anything about
half cut one, well lit. And I went to a takeaway in the town. And when I was done, there was 3 Muslim fellas with brand new phones, standing giggling to each other in the corner. So I placed my order and I stood. But as any normal thing a person can see or know, when you're standing somewhere at night and you have a light on, the reflection in the window, you can't see outside, you see inside. So I was looking at it, but I was close enough to the window where I could see both outside and inside. And I kept looking, they were videoing me and videoing me and videoing me and laughing and giggling. So I finally turned around and says to them, what is videoing? Is a problem? And I said, what? I asked again what he's videoing. Then I asked, he's here on holiday or he's here as students. And a boy grabbed my arm and I asked him politely to take his arm off, or take his hand off my arm. And he sort of got a bit aggressive, so I moved it. Then I realised that they worked well, it's not illegal car wash, but it's illegals working on it. So I was clicked on that, and they knew, yeah, and they started getting aggressive and says to me, "You shouldn't even fucking be here." Right? So the next time I was waiting for my order, and doorman arrived. There was a row, 5 doormen, and obviously they took their side. So I left. There was also friends made there, by the way. So I left. As I got to the corner of the road, I was stopped by 5 police cars and arrested. Held for 3 days in shocking circumstances, and interviewed in a cell with no recording, which was strange to me. I asked the officer taking the statement, I said, what are these people saying? I was saying that they felt sad. The man reply was, they feel sad. How do you think I feel being locked up for nothing for 3 days? I'm going through the torture he's put me through. So she shrugged her shoulders and my problem. So finally got out and court bail. And with stringent conditions, no drink, curfew, not allowed in the town centre, the whole pile of stuff. And 13 months it was over. And then police went to get these boys to testify in court. No sign of them. But I googled them in the meantime. And it's a crime family in Donegal, just over the border. And when I got 13 months later, well, I got the statements and hangman off, and I seen exactly what he says. And he says, like, mum, blah, blah, blah. I know the boys of the statements there. And he says, it was a hate crime. I didn't even know it was a hate crime until that time. And for 13 months, so I get all the evidence, blah, blah, blah. But the story remained the same the whole way out. My barrister may as well have been a prosecution thing in court because of the way he tried to treat me. And she said, because of the way I speak and the way I think, that the judge would jail me. Now, the way I think is he was left, way left. I says, these people shouldn't be coming on here. And nobody knows who they are, and it just proved my point. Nobody knew who they were, where to get them. They're moving about, and they don't even give a fuck about my concerns about that. So I went to court, and they said, barrister, and then the police turned the questionnaire was on the stand, and asked them why they haven't brought the alleged weapons in the court. And I went for Sunday. Left my front door open and a pair of shorts, and I said, why did you not bring them on? Now, it was a wee hammer I had for taking out nails, and a Stanley Bay wrapped into 2 rolls of toilet roll inside my coat. So none of the hands don't carry weapons or anything like that. There was nothing, it was just there. I just had to grab that coat. So they tried to make a hammer out as if I was carrying a big hammer, blah blah blah. I says, why don't you show the judge exactly the size of the hammer, bring it on the court and bring on the Stanley blade that I had, and the way it was wrapped up, everything the same, and show the judge, which shut her up because she said I don't know where they are and all this nonsense. Gave me bars, stepped in, tried to give me a whole pile of shit, ripped him the butts. So he was fucking useless, and we had a right before I went down all about that. And right when I come back out about that. So, question. And I could see once I says about the weapons and blah, blah, blah. And I could see the judge looking down over his glasses as if they say, where are these? Because they haven't been produced. So, I gave him told my story. Boom. And I asked, where's these weapons? Well, can't be found, all this shit. Next thing I am, now 13 and a half months later, all the conditions I had, I went to court. It was all through. Weapons had to be destroyed, but it was nothing major. I didn't give a fuck. Like you buy them for a pound job. and the assault's not had to be dropped because they can get these people. Oh, that's another thing. As I said, they were valuing me. Throughout the whole probation thing, court, solicitor, the whole lot, I said about them valuing me. The cops go, no. But yet, no, when it came to court, they tried to use video evidence from one of their phones against me, which just backed up everything I was saying. Well, crazy. And can I claim against them for doing so? For holding me for charges? But what I'm getting, the moral of this story is, as we've seen, just I've thought to happen, or someone I watched there now. They seen me as vulnerable, drunk. They thought, alright, we'll blame him for a hate crime and get him arrested. Fuck him. Only, even though I was drunk, I was respectful to him. They could call this, could call this, could call that, but I'm not. I actually turned around and spoke to them genuinely on the place. But when they grabbed my arm, it could have been knocked out. But politely stood back and told me to get his fucking hands off me. So anybody out there that goes anywhere, watch yourself, reasons, because they're trying their best to disrupt your life in some sort of way. Well, it's fuck the Gardaí better to take a look at Donegal, especially Letterkenny, where this crime gang is running rampant. That's all.